Aloha and welcome to our SheBoss Nation YouTube channel. Today is day 31 of our 90-day challenge. It has been an awesome time spending these moments with you every day, dropping our trainings and sharing our most favorite videos and audios. Now today you got me here. I'm Brandy. I'm a SheBoss Nation one of the SheBoss Nation founding members. And in this live, I'm going to share with you something that you're going to be able to use in your social marketing business. So if you are building a network marketing business and you are building it online. So basically everyone right now, because right now we are not being allowed to meet face to face. And quite honestly, I really like building a business 100% online. Just to give you a little bit about my background, I've been a top earner in my last 3 network marketing companies. I love the network marketing business. I've been teaching and training people how to become successful in network marketing companies as well. And yes, I am currently in a network marketing company. I am building a network marketing company, my 3rd company, but I also do coaching. So the thing that's really interesting about building a network marketing business is that we teach time freedom, financial freedom, create a schedule that you like, work where you want to work, how you want to work, with who you want to work, and all that stuff. And it is true. However, I'm going to be super honest with you and tell you that if you are building a network marketing business that requires you to be face to face with people, as you start building your business and going up in the ranks and having a bigger and bigger organization, more than likely, you will actually be required to physically show up more often. So the whole goal is you want to build a big team, because when you build a big team, then you create residual income for yourself. But if you're in a business model where you physically meet with people, a bigger team and a growing team means more events, more meetups, more trainings, and more having to be physically spending your time with your team members and not with your family. So for me, it just never really made sense. I was a #1 income earner of one of my former companies. And in that company, I was traveling a ton. I was in people's living rooms, multiple nights a week. I was on airplanes. I was launching people at hotel meetings and going to coffee shop meetups and just doing all those types of things. And the truth was, I was spending more and more time in my business physically with other people than with the people who really mattered to me, which were my family. That's who I wanted to be with. I want to be home with my family. So 3 years ago, I actually left that company and moved to the company I'm currently with. And for 3 years, I've built a network marketing business, a great network marketing business, with 100% working online. That is it. Just 100%. I never did any meetups. I never did any home parties. I never did any, meet me at the coffee shop and I'll tell you about it. I never rented any hotel rooms. I never did anything like that. And for me personally, coming from being very successful in another business model, where I was doing that and then going and continuing to do network marketing, but now not having to do that was huge to me. And I just wanted to be brutally honest with you, because a majority of people are not dealing with the decisions I had to deal with, because I think a majority of people, when they get into network marketing, are just trying to stick it out for their first 90 days. Because the truth is, a majority of people quit within their first 90 days, which is why the people who stick it out actually do make the money, because it really takes you sticking it out. But that's a completely different training. What I'm going to talk with you today about is about the online build, and about how right now we're in this moment where there's no question. If you're in a network marketing company that would typically do meetups, let's say companies that do makeup, they do a lot of meetups because they want people to sample the products, or people who do weight loss, they do meetups because maybe they work out together. People who do financial coaching, they do meetups because they sit with each other and they talk about their finances. People do samples. I mean, honestly, 99% of network marketing companies focus on the meetup, because that has been the best way to create rapport in order to create duplication. And then, the whole host a party, sell some products, ask the people at your party to host a party, sell some products, ask somebody at that party to host a party, sell some products, ask somebody at that party to host a party, sell some products, right? That's the network marketing business model. I'm just breaking it down for you. I'm telling you the truth. The way to create duplication is by doing something and then teaching someone else to do it and teaching someone else to do it. Let's say your network marketing company was based on hotel meetings. It would be like, hey, drag 5 of your friends to a hotel meeting. And when they get there, they get all hyped up, they sign up, and then you tell them, hey, drag 5 of your friends to the hotel meeting, and if 5 of those friends that you drag 5 friends, that becomes 25 people. From 5 people to 25 people, that's how the network marketing pyramid can grow, right? That's how network marketing can grow on like wildfire. But it all requires face-to-face meetings, because why? Well, when you do a face-to-face meeting, it's very easy to create quick rapport. And when you create quick rapport, you can easily get somebody to know, like, and trust you. They buy your product, they meet the team, they feel super like involved in the team, they feel the community. So it's something that just makes sense to them. Now, if you build a business online, it's a little different. So I will tell you that I do see a lot of network marketing companies that are saying that they're building online, but they're not really systemizing the build online, right? They're just like, hey, post this on your wall, throw this ad on your wall. Hey, we're doing giveaways, get that to your wall. But there's really no system behind it. Now, if you're watching this right now and you're with a company currently that really has no system behind marketing online, you might be a little confused right now, because you might be like, oh yeah, my company has a system, but you don't know that your company actually doesn't have a system, because a majority of companies right now do not have an online system to actually prospect, present, close, plug people in and get people started, and then help them prospect, present, and close, plug people in and get them started. They have social media as a means to funnel information or as a means to connect with people, but they really don't have a system behind the prospecting, presenting, close, plugging somebody in and getting them started. So why am I telling you this? Because I'm telling you the truth that if you have a network marketing business that you're trying to build and you have to build it online, then you better start knowing what system you're going to use. You better start knowing what system your company is using, how effective it is to create duplication. And if there's holes in that system, you got to start filling in those holes right now. That's very important. You got to start filling it in. So look, I'm telling you that you can build a business. You can pretty much build a business online, on social media, with any model, but you have to have a system around it. Now, one of the first most important things is that, and this would be very helpful, I'm not going to say it's first important thing, but it's a very helpful thing, is that your compensation plan has to be one that pays you to acquire customers if you are marketing online. Okay, you ready? When I say pays you for enrolling customers, I mean, if you were to go and enroll 5 customers, how much are you going to get paid? Now, if you were to go and enroll 5 distributors or team members or brand ambassadors, whatever you call them, how much are you going to get paid? If your company really, really pushes you to just recruit and not get customers, more than likely it's because the compensation plan is based around recruiting. It's based around acquisition of business partners. It's based around getting people to sign up for the business. So that is when you get pushed to really, really try to sign everybody up. So if you're in a company where your company's like, hey, you should sign everybody up, it's probably because the compensation plan or the reward system for you, the distributor, is set up for you to get the most rewards for signing up distributors. Okay, so it's important for you to understand this. And then on the other hand, you may be with a company, which there's more few and far between companies that do this though, that actually reward you for signing up customers. And when you sign up a customer, you can get paid a lot. Now in this company over here that rewards you mostly for recruiting, their compensation plan probably doesn't pay you too much for acquiring customers. Now in this compensation plan where they reward you for getting customers, maybe you get paid a little less when you recruit. But the whole concept of when you recruit is you get actually paid from the residual income. You may get paid a nice chunk at the beginning, but the key or the goal is that when you enroll a business partner, they're going to create more business, and then you're going to get paid off of not just their first enrollment kit, but you're going to get paid on all the business that comes from them after that. But I just want you to understand that. I want you to understand that it's really important for you to know your compensation plan if you're going to be building online, because that's how you're going to figure out your systems. Because your system is going to create the method to your madness. The system is going to be how you prospect, present, close, plug somebody in, get them started so they can prospect, present, close, plug somebody else in and get somebody else started. So the first thing is to understand, like, what does your company want you to do and which do you get paid for? And yes, it is important to know what you get paid for because you're building a business and you are probably in business for profit. This is not a nonprofit. So it's okay for you to focus on what pays you. So I think I had mentioned earlier that it's important for you to have a company that supports customer acquisition. Look, if your company doesn't support customer acquisition, you can still build, but this means that you got to go out and recruit, and more than likely recruiting and the packages that come with recruiting might be a little bit more money than just a customer buying product. You understand the difference, right? When you recruit, they usually buy a package to get them started because they're going to get a package of products so they can experience the company. And then after they experience a bunch, then it makes it easier for them to go and share the products. So usually the packages that you buy when you're recruiting, packages you sell when you're recruiting somebody or when you're being recruited, usually those packages are bigger, higher ticket packages because they come with a bunch of things. And maybe they come with other perks as well. They may come with a ticket to conference. They may come with, you know, some other perks, and this package may be a little bit more. Whereas when somebody comes and buys as a customer, maybe they're just paying $50 for the product, and that's super simple. So it is important for you to understand this now. If you're going to focus in on recruiting because that's what your company's comp plan is about, then your system has to be based on recruiting. So what is that system? What do you do? Well, the first thing obviously you have to do is post to your wall. And no, I'm not talking about posting some spammy pictures. I am not talking about you blasting pictures on your wall about your company, product, program, or service. I'm not talking about that. I actually do not suggest that at all. The people who post spammy pictures on their wall have no training of how to actually market themselves. When I talk about posting to your wall, I'm actually talking about you posting about you. You giving your followers on social what they are coming for, which is just to see what's going on in your life. And they don't expect you to have like huge things happening every single day. That's not normal. That's not relatable. But what is relatable? Cooking dinner is relatable. What else is relatable? Maybe enjoying a beautiful sunset or hanging out with the kids. That is relatable. So I'm going to give you a quick acronym for you to follow if ever you feel lost or just to get you up and running. This is how you get started on your social media wall. You PPL. You post, peak, and lead. So you post to your wall. Every day you're going to be posting something. Of course you have to post every day. This is your business. This is your storefront. If you don't post, your storefront is not open. That's how you show people that you are open for business. That's how you show people that you got the open sign on your store wall. Store window is you posting every day. So you have to post. And when you post, the goal is to pique interest. The goal is to pique their curiosity. It's not for you to put your product in front of their face, for you to put the name of your company and tell them how great your company is, for you to just be spammy. Your goal is to pique interest. So you post a post. Your goal is to pique interest. Sometimes the interest is you piquing them into your product. You're piquing interest into the opportunity. Sometimes it's piquing interest into what you're doing. Sometimes it's piquing interest into you and your life. Sometimes it's piquing interest into how you've been having great results on the product. You can pique interest in many different ways, but the reason why you are piquing interest, are you ready for this? Is because you want to get into a conversation with them. You know, when you just post those things on your wall, you're just like throwing spaghetti on the wall, hoping something will work. But no, that is not the way to do it if you want to be professional. So you're posting, you're piquing, PPL, you're piquing interest because you want to get into conversation with them. And how do you know that their interest is piqued? One, they either react to your picture, right? So they like it, they haha it, they love it. Whatever it is, if you can get them to like, haha, or react to it, they're taking the first step to show you that they thought your post was interesting. And the second thing is they comment on the post. So maybe they'll be like, oh, how are you? Or what is that you're doing? And like, and like, hey, what are you taking? Hey, you're looking good. That would be, of course, on pictures that are actually sales posts. But if you're just doing normal lifestyle pictures of yourself, sometimes those still comment. Lots of people comment like, hey, how are you? You are piquing their interest. You are piquing them. So your goal is to post to pique. And when you pique them, you need to then get into private message with them. And in private message, you need to then lead them to the next step. And I'm going to leave off with this thought about leading them, okay? Because I coach people every day. I coach people on my team. I have my own coaching program. I have a great time with people. But what I find is that people will post and they understand that concept. Sure, sometimes I meet people who are totally unaware of how to market online, and they can easily be taught that. And once they're taught it, then they get it. But they post and then they pique people's interest. And then the goal is to get them into private message. Now, when you get into private message, there's actually a few questions that you can tap into, you can utilize right there to get them to start taking a look at what you have. And one of them is, well, after you chit chat, hey, thanks so much for your like on my post. Hey, how are you doing? Talk. Then, hey, did you see what I got going on my Facebook page? That is such a simple question you can ask anyone. Hey, did you see what I got going on my Facebook page? Did you see that I'm trying to lose weight? Did you see that I'm loving these new products? Did you see that thing that I'm promoting? It's okay for you to say that to them if you're showing up on your wall like a real person. Did you see that thing? After you get them into private message, you pique their interest, right? Then you PPL, post, pique, and lead. Your goal is to lead them to the next step. Do you know what your next step is? Now, your next step should not be a phone call. Well, sometimes people try to do that too quickly. It's like sometimes we try to like, and your next step is not for them to buy. Your next step is not for them to sign up. Because if you just posted and piqued their interest and then got into private message, they're not ready to buy as much as you'd want them to be. So the next step is to lead them to the next step. Do you know what your next step is? If somebody on social is piqued, still they have no clue what your product is, still they have no clue what it can do for them, still they have no clue how their lives could be changed, still they really have no clue if they really want it. What is the next step you can take them to? And that is the start of your system, my friends. PPL, lead them to the next step, and there should be 3 steps to follow. Do you have 3 steps for somebody to go through after they're piqued on social media? That would be post, pique, lead. Lead them to 3 steps. And I promise you, if you lead them to 3 pieces of material, if you lead them to 3 steps of what to do after you posted and piqued their interest and got them into private message, and then led them to 3 things, I promise you, you will have a brand new customer or team member. If you got any questions, drop them below. This has been fabulous to connect with you. Again, congratulations on completing day 30 of your 90-day coaching challenge. Aloha and talk to you soon.